Well, hey, folks. No yard work, just burning stuff. I watered the grass down in a circle around it so that embers don't set the grass on fire. It's pretty dry. Time to burn, baby, burn. Neighbor's mowing his yard. Oh, really? Awesome. So we can do this in Georgia. It's kind of cool. It's Friday fun, man. That's awesome. We must be in stereo premium. It's getting too many crates of paper trash, and I like to keep up on it. Oh, it's hot down here. Got up to 91. It's still 83 degrees, even though the sun's going down. What the heck? Something poking me. Hey, Charles. Welcome from Atlanta. You're not that far from me. Look at that, baby. Ooh, boy, is that hot, too. I gotta back up. Hot. Just a slight breeze, but not much. I gotta set this down and grab my pole. Burn, baby, burn. Just going fine. 100 stories high. Isn't this fun? Hi, folks. Where's everybody? I am outside, yes. Definitely not in my living room. You cannot have a fire in your living room. Look, it says this flap is exposed. Looks like the whole box is exposed. This is fun. Yeah, that's why I watered the grass around it in a circle. There's no wind. Very, very, very slight breeze, if any. Hi, Molly. How are you? Hey, Herber, I know I should put I already ate dinner, but I should have put a mesh on there. Should have put a mesh on there. I gotta set this down. I can't do 3 things at once. It's fun to do this at night when I got a whole, half a trash can full of coals. I'm out here stirring it. So medieval looking. They are, Ricky. They're fun. Thank you, CMO. How are you? Make a fire clip. Absolutely. Everybody likes to see stuff burn. Bunch of dang pyros. It's a beautiful hot evening, too. See, I do this. I can't normally stand out here. There's the mosquitoes and stuff, but the fire keeps them somewhat away, especially with all that heat and smoke. My trash roasting on an open fire. Junk mail turned into ashes. Many times, manywhere. I'm so sick of all the spammers, and that's where it ends up every time. Oh, yeah. When I was tearing out the front porch, it was enclosed, and I tore out everything. I kid you not. I had that thing roaring. I had 2x4s and plywood, and I filled it so full that it literally burned for days. It burned for 4 days. I'd come home, I'd go to bed and the flames would drop down. But that thing was halfway full of red hot coals. And for days, that thing just smoldered. I'd stir it every day I get home from work. And let me tell you, that thing burned and burned and burned. It was unbelievable. But this thing's getting old. I got to get a new one. This is a couple years old and you can see it. The fire's eating through the metal down there at the bottom. It's really awesome. If I push the pipe, it'll just bust. Crazy. Where's all the ladies in the house, man? Where's everybody? Should get the ladies out here, put up a volleyball net. Look at this. We got almost enough room for a volleyball net. Shoot holes in them, yeah. Well, I can't do that in the neighborhood. That'd get the police over here in a hurry. Of course, you hear guns over here every so often anyway. Hi, Tans. Look, Tans. Fire. Try to set that night on fire. You know what I did with my last iPhone? My iPhone 6S? Right there. Would you believe I had a fire in there too? And after I burned it all the way down to ash, when I let the ashes cool for weeks, and then I dump it out into the yard back here and sift through it, all the plastic was gone, but there was still the metal of the phone had survived. Unbelievable. But all the circuits, everything was gone. Molly, no tornado warning. No more for you. Avita, there's too many bugs here to lay out. Even now, they're biting my dang legs. These things just must be in a famine. They hibernated all winter to come out and feast on me. Yes, it is definitely controlled. I gotta spray the hose because the bottom is eating away. I gotta get a new barrel. There's a guy I buy them from for $25. I gotta get a hold of him. He gave me that was a brand new Pennzoil, all black with the Pennzoil. It looks so good. I can't burn it. Yes, we have fun, folks. This is how we have a ball. Yes, Tans. Hi, Liz. How are you? I know I do that on purpose. That thing just steams up real good. All right, let's try this again. This may not work. There we go. Burn up all that leftover plywood that I can't use anymore. It is huge. It'd be fun to have a big old barbecue and you guys all show up. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun. I got this idea when I saw my neighbor across the street burning stuff. I was like, oh, I didn't know we could do that here. Oh, Carl, I'm good. Burn barrels, man. It's the way of the South. You get caught doing this in California, you're going to jail. They got so stupid over there. Look at that. My bottom of my can is going. Sometimes I'd have some really black smoke coming out of that thing. And I would imagine it being a steamship funnel with all the coal just rolling. But I don't burn anything nasty, just cardboard, paper, and wood. Leftover lumber that I can't use anymore. It is 7:52, almost 8 o'clock p.m., Amanda, in the Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Georgia, which does border the Atlantic. Guys brag about their burn barrels. This was a Pennzoil. It was all black with the big yellow Pennzoil sticker. Oh, it was beautiful. Or painted. When Tina was still living here, I said, oh my gosh, that thing is so cool looking. I ought to make a table out of it. But it was all oily inside, and when I first christened it, boy, you could smell that oil burning. Guy took and cut the top off so it was jagged. This thing served me well. Oh gosh, cedar is awesome. But yeah, there's some popping in there. I picture the Doors right now. Da 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 da. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the world on fire. Fire is weird. Have you ever just stared at it? Train is blasting the horn. Look at that. Sometimes I just staring at them, mesmerized by the flames, almost take on a persona all themselves. They are, Ricky. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I'll tell you what, if you could only hear Tanz's voice and that British accent, you'd fall in love with her. But alas, she's spoken for. She is spoken for. Try to set the world on fire. Look at this, I cleaned out my mess, man. They're pissed at me because I took away their family. There are 4 little nubs down there. But these things, man, I like them. I just wish I could have gotten them to go in a perfect straight line all the way around the house. I think it'd be funny. There's places here in Augusta where they got prickly pear, 12 feet high, 8 feet wide, all across the front of their property. I'm like, go ahead and run through that, burglars. Dare ya. That's called a natural security system. Tans, you're the one that's sweet. Oh, yeah, well, it's dry down here. We're due for some rain. We didn't get the normal spring rains like we do every year. So we had a wetter and colder winter than the West. But now we're going to have the drier, hotter weather early. Another one bites the dust. I like to throw the whole box in. No, I know that, Carl. I was not implying anything. I don't even have to mow my lawn this week. Man, the ground is stubble under me. That's crazy. Normally this time of the year, it'd be greener than it is. It's pretty dry. I won't be mowing this weekend. Look at the bottom of that barrel, man. It's glowing. The metal is completely eaten through. Yeah, send some rain this way. Oh, I agree. Natural fence. You don't have to paint it. You don't have to do anything to it. Nothing. $75 yesterday, 20 degrees. Carl, where are you in Minnesota? You told me. You in Little Fork? 20 degrees. Now that would be fun to do the burn barrel. But if you're out in the country, you can get a permit and do a big old bonfire as long as you got the woods cleared away from all that. In Florida, I went to a church thing where they burned all the Christmas trees. It was quite something. They'd get that fire going, they'd throw that Christmas tree, and it would just go. I mean, and you got that in your house, huh? With electric lights on it. Nice. Little Falls, that's right. You know who else used to quote that was Paul Harvey. I liked Paul Harvey. I miss listen. He was on the radio. I would listen to him. Hello, Ida. Yes, we prayed for you. I'm glad you're here. Dan Max, get that 6-7 out of here. That's kid stuff. We don't do 6-7. I'm gonna 86 that real quick. We grown people here. We don't do. Look, the cat slinking through the yard. No, I can't see you, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Meow. Kitty, 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 kitty. I don't know who you are. Hi, kitty. I know I've seen you before. You all rubbing up against the tree and talking to me last winter. Kitty, 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 kitty. Look at it. Kitty, 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 kitty. Look at the tail go up. Isn't that cute? Kitty cat. Look at you just stalking through the yard. Don't be using my yard as a cat box now. Kick you in the butt. All the cats hang out here. I don't know why. There's a white cat, a yellow cat, that one. The cats just love my yard, and there's a possum that lives back there somewhere. Look at him, trying to be sneaky. And the ferocious Georgia cat slinks through the trees, looking for prey. Is it a mouse? Is it a rat? Is it me? Better minify that. That's funny. Dan, how old are you? Yeah, well, my yard's clean. And since I've cleaned all the way back to the fence, they love to sit under there in the shade during the day. Every so often I smell cat poo, but they like it back here. But I'm not seeing the cardinals this year. They're probably scaring them off. Possums are cool, but I ain't gonna touch those. We got possums, we got armadillos, we got raccoons. The raccoon likes to walk over the front of my truck and down my windshield every so often. I don't know what that's all about. Storm, I've been working on this house 6 years. There was a side window here. The door had 3-inch gap underneath it. The thing that was here was rotted. That used to be the old faucet hose. Man, I tell you what, you would not. I got to show you before and after. I need to pull up the before pictures. You guys will die. And I'll walk into each room and I'll post the picture. And you guys will be like, no way. And I did it all myself. But I love the color. The reason that's gray is I'm going to tear that off and plywood that in. Just not yet. I'm at the point now where my big projects will have to wait till fall. It's too hot. I'm not going to be out here ripping stuff open when it's blazing hot. That there is why you don't. That shed, they never painted. The squirrels have eaten up. That wood's all rotted. That's the guy's laundry room. Cut my hair and tore up my clothes. What? I always cut off my shirts. It's too hot down here to wear a full shirt. I have to at work, but I sweat. I sweat hard down here. I can tell I'm Irish. I think Ireland would be good for me. Humidity, but not like this. Yeah, Storm, I'm getting there. I'm in Georgia, Robin. Where are you located? What state? Look at that. Burning it up, folks. Little did Michael realize he was about to enter the Twilight Zone. Hi, Nicole. How are you? It's good. We've been burning things. It's always fun to burn stuff. And a note to everybody, when you want to deal with your records, don't shred them, burn them. They can't sift through the ashes and get anything. New Jersey, wow. That's cool. How's the weather in New Jersey? This reminds me of the movies where the homeless guys are standing around downtown with one of those going, keeping their hands warm. Look at that. They never did fix that garage. Helene just ripped you can see the metal. That was from the other side. It ripped it and bent it back and flung it. Yes, Ida. Fort 10. Disco Inferno. I did a video out here once with that burn barrel and Disco Inferno. Yeah, I even blew all the dust out of here with the hose. What a mess. These things will poke you awful. I can't tell you. I mean, they just got the sharpest tips. Let's see if I can zero in. The sharpest tips on the end, razor sharp. You slide your hand down one of those, Worse than an envelope. Hi, Finch. Ida, come on, let's dance. Grab your partner by the hand. Spin her round and round. People are mowing their yards. My neighbor cracks me up. He's got an old school riding lawnmower. I can do my walk, push behind my whole yard in 45 minutes to an hour, and he's still riding around on that thing. And he's got less space because he's got garages and outbuildings. You guys are so cute to see y'all interacting and chat. Really, Robin? Oh, it's 91 today. My air conditioner's running as soon as I came in the door. I don't normally turn on the AC until the last week of May, but the last couple of years, we got it going in April. Supposed to have a teeny cool down this week, I think, but we're heading out of that. Crickets are already starting to make noise. Oh, I think people just like riding lawnmowers. They got Graveleys out here. Graveleys are awesome pieces of machinery. Beautiful weather in Seattle, but they're $6,000 or more for a zero turn. That's crazy. That is crazy. Crazy. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh, central AC now. Boy, if I ever got to replace that, they're ungodly expensive. But you cannot live down here without air. You can do it in Minnesota. You cannot do it down here. Hi, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. She's back. Hi, kitty cat. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, so that's what you're doing. Just climbing under the fence. Whose cat are you anyway? Yep, you just come through here to flirt and then you leave. Just like a woman. Flirt and leave. Hey, Combs, how are you? Hi, John, how are you? She's patrolling. Yeah, mice and rats. And yes, we got rats in this area. This house had dead ones in it. The fridge didn't work. And when I went to haul out the fridge and I tipped it over on its side to drag it out the door, I saw where the rat was dead, and then you saw the chewed wiring. I thought, oh, so he chewed the electrical wire, shocked himself, killed the fridge and himself. Double suicide. Yeah, there were no appliances except the gas stove, and that was brand new. I'm gonna get a dry ice block and put a fan on it. Storm, that's funny. What's new, pussycat? Yep, I built that fence. Yeah, I wish I'd have showed you my fence before. You would not believe it. That old fence was nasty. It was covered in vines and thorns and, oh my gosh, I mean thick. But Helene blew so hard it blew down 2 sections. And I thought, my gosh, now I have no choice but to fix that. So that was my first time at doing a fence solo. My neighbor helped me set the posts, and I did the rest. Chalk lined it and made it all straight. Augusta sold fencing like it was going out of style. Everybody's fence was damaged. Everybody's. Between the trees and the wind. Thank you. I didn't paint it. I just bought, that's actually not cedar, that's the pressure treated pine. I'm not gonna paint it, it's so expensive for the stain. So expensive. I stained that. I did my entry fence, and I did that 100 green. Oh, look. Oh my gosh, there's a beautiful cardinal. Let's see if I can zero in on that. Look at that. Look at that cardinal. Look at that. Love those beautiful red birds. Isn't that cool? What are you doing, man? You drunk? You falling out of the tree? Oh, those things are beautiful. Never saw those out west. What are you talking about? Get rid of what? Hey, brain. I was just talking about cardinals. There it goes. Oh, there's another one. Oh, they're Twitter painting. Ah, it looks like a male and a female playing flirtsy grabby. Wow, I got huge. Honey, I blew up the kids. Cardinals are beautiful. I never saw those out west. They're out east here. They're out east. I love the red bird. Oh my gosh. We had the robins in Colorado. They got the red-breasted robins, but they're not as red as that. More of a rust-colored. But the cardinals are pretty birds. Shrunk the kids. Yep. How we doing down there? Oh yeah, getting some coals. Are they really, Molly? I didn't know that. I have not seen a bluebird. We have blue jays out west. They screech something awful. Blue jays are very aggressive. Magpies are aggressive. They drive you nuts. Really, Tans, what kind of birds do you have in the UK? Yes, not far from the house here. There's swamp within a mile of the house. Now, I have not seen a gator close to the house, but I've seen them when I go to Finney. I was out there walking with a friend one day, and I gotta wash this pipe off. We went out to Finney, and there's a reservoir out there, and we saw one. And it was a ways from us. We were on the shore. And about 6 foot. And I said, look at that, there's an alligator. She goes, I'm leaving. I said, man, it's all the way out in the lake. Mike, they can catch us. And we're standing there. It was way out, hundreds and hundreds of yards out. All of a sudden, this dang thing just suddenly turns and starts trucking. She starts running. I said, man, that thing is not going to get us. But then I saw it gaining, and I said, all right, time to go. And then these people are passing us, families with kids. Why is she running? I said, there's an alligator. There's an alligator, and they start running towards the lake. She's like, Mike, they can come up out of the water and they can run 30 miles an hour on land. I said, I said, they can go fast in the water. I read. They can. They can go 30 miles an hour on land. I was like, oh my gosh, I did not know that. Drain that out. Gotta put this down. Can't do three things at once here. They caught an 850-pound gator somewhere in Georgia a few years ago. Now, that's a huge gator. You were in the military, Carl? For all of you that live west of me, that'll take you all the way to California. And if you go east, 130 miles, well, I'd be on my way to towns on the Atlantic. If I go that way, we'll go see Carl in Minnesota. If I go that way, it's straight to Florida. So there you go. That's a movie gator. What are mimics and bullies at the bird feeders? Just a transatlantic flight. Did you see that? That's cute. A transatlantic flight. I love that. That's so cool. Oh, blue jays. Oh, they're aggressive. They will peck a squirrel. They will fight a squirrel. Squirrels are buggers. I will say that. Thank you, Storm. Still hot out. I'm gonna have mosquito bites all over my ghost colored legs. Look at that. White as a ghost. Street light just came on. Better make it come on. I pay for that thing. They charge a street light tax here. Well, this is it, folks. I'm going to go in and talk to y'all. Squirrels kill mice? Now, I did not know that, Carl. I did not know that. I didn't even know the squirrels were meat eaters. Time to go home. Yep. All right, kids, go in the house. I just see we all care. I posted something for you. And when you guys are having struggles, I try to post that in the post so that people can pray. I think it's important. Oh, yeah, they get all the birds' eggs. They're terrible. They used to raid the robin eggs all the time. But there's the calico cat. There's the calico. Look at that. There it goes. There. I wonder if mice are coming out. Kitty, 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 kitty. There, kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Are you coming towards me? Kitty, 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 kitty. Look at that. There, kitty, 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 kitty. There, kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Look at that. What is it, cat night? Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. There, kitty, 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 kitty. That. Well, I don't know about that guy. They like it under there. They like it under those trees. Excuse me. There's a lady I knew. She goes, "Oh my gosh, you actually call a cat that way?" I said, "It's universal. It works." You saw it. The thing started running towards me and then it stopped. I learned that when I was a kid. I'd go out on the back door in California in Torrance. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And the cat would come every time. Why? It's stupid to name a cat. Just call it cat. Here, kitty, kitty. That's it. You don't call it, "Hey, tiger, come on, tiger." They're just like, what? But Ida, we have something here. This isn't just another YouTube channel. What's love got to do? See, you all got to come on with me and watch it go dark in Georgia. Those of you guys that are further west, you're still in the light, unless you're up in the mountains. Brain, cats are cool. I don't want one in the house, but... Well, thank you, Angel. We got a few of you from the UK. Tans is from the UK also, Angel. Welcome. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? Wow. It's pretty cool. I think it is, Tans. I think it is. That's why I'm going to share something when I go inside, because I realized something. I did have a talk with my supervisor today. Somebody was being a butt again at work. I don't understand that. How can people call themselves a Christian and be rude for no reason and never, ever come up and apologize, and they just keep doing the dumb stuff? I don't understand. I mean, people look at me in the way I dress and they're going, huh? But treating people wrong to me is just a basic. When you're a Christian, you should be treating people kindly. And just because somebody's a Christian doesn't mean they do. Look at that. We got a pot full of coals, baby. All you guys come there and put your beefsteaks on there, man. That fat grease dripping in there going... Uh-oh. Watch out. There might be a barking spider in a minute. They've been known to slip around at night. Oh my gosh, somebody at work was on the computer and he said, "Look at this, Mike. Guy just set the world record for eating 10 pounds of baked beans in 1:45 seconds. 10 pounds of baked beans. How do you eat 10 pounds of beans in under 2 minutes? I'll bet you that guy, when he left, wherever he went all night, he was going... It sounded like a motorboat. That's insane. Storm, I agree. Man, you talk about an upset stomach. That would be painful. That would be painful. I always make sure my fire's down before I go in. We're well under control. Da 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 da. What's love got to do? Got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? And I turn on the fan in my hall because a lot of heat gets in there. The hells blow it and move it. When the air comes on it, there's not all this heat buildup in here, so that's cool. What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? I like walking around in the dark and tripping over things. It's so much fun. How well do you know your house? You think you know it until it's dark. Oh, what was that? Oh, the table. A lot of natural gas. Yeah, Ida, how do you eat 10 pounds of beans? 10, I'm sorry. Your stomach would just, you talk about feeling bloated. That would just be gross. There's no way that guy didn't feel like crap after that. That's just so stupid. That's like eating a crock pot full of beans. Actually, that'd be more than that. Ladies, how many pounds of beans can you put in a crock pot? That's crazy. Shoot, brain, I drove school buses. That's all the kids joke about is farting. They put their hand in their shirt and do the armpit farts or the good old fashioned that one. And then they used to have that flarp, that clay stuff that you squeeze and it goes. Oh, cornbread. Can you believe? I just can't imagine eating that many beans. I love beans. A can is more than enough. Jeez. Beans, the musical fruit. But when you eat 10 pounds, you got a symphony. Surgeon General has warned you will be sitting on the toilet for the next 10 days after that as well. Hello, Roto-Rooter? Yes, what's your address? Well, I got a problem. I think I exploded the pipes from the toilet to the sewer. Oh, gosh. Toilet humor's always funny. Look, there's the cat. Now we're going across the street. What are you doing, kitty? You are making the rounds. Either you're a tomcat looking for a chickie or you're a lady of the night cat. What's going on out here when I'm not watching? Y'all hanging out in my yard making my house a cat house. What's up with that? Just to give you perspective, if the cat's rolling around sowing oats, or the dog is, nobody cares. But if the Queen's caught rolling around in the alley in England, now that's big news. Let the good times roll. Da 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 da. Wasn't that the Cars? You guys need to type in hippopotamus fart. You want to laugh at something? Turn on hippopotamus fart on YouTube. People at the zoo were doing a video of the hippo walking up out of the water, and oh my gosh. That was before AI. So, you guys realize there's AI videos making fake news now, too? I'm telling you, it's exploding out there. It's exploding. Yeah, I thought it was the Cars. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll tell you what. I don't like AI because now people are using it to trick and deceive people. They got all these AI videos claiming that China and Iran said this, and you watch it and you're going, this is so fake. Totally, totally fake. Absolutely. Well, yesterday, what is the date today? Is today the 16th or the 17th? It was yesterday. It was the anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. April 15th, 1912. Let the good times roll. Da, da. Oh, yes. Isn't it fun? What are you guys doing on Friday? Touring Mike's burn barrel and backyard. It is a slippery slope, and I don't like it because people that don't know any better will believe everything that it's saying. No, you got to type in hippopotamus fart tans on YouTube. It is absolutely hysterical. But hey, I had plans just beyond the burn barrel. So if I was to have my idea of a dream house, when I did my story of the Microo, this is the house I had built in the Philippines. In my mind, that would be the master bedroom, like a pirate ship. I would love that. And you can't see it in the photo, but it's got a huge built-in bed with the canopies that pull back. It's got the built-in library. You see the sailing ship. I would love to have a bedroom with windows like that where the wall leans out like a pirate ship. Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. Single level. The Canadian house hippo. What's the Canadian house hippo? That is cool. And this is another pirate ship room. You can see the built-in bed, the lean-out windows, and the rafters. Man, that would be me all over it. That's a man cave. The hippo seems fake. Remember Hungry Hippos? All right, folks, Tan's got a new sofa. And I don't believe it looks like any of what I'm about to show you, but I just wanted to say, you remember those ugly couches back in the day? Here's one of them. That's what it looks like when you throw up on the upholstery. That looks like something Grandma had and thought that was such a special couch. Boy, did they have some nasty prints back then. Y'all like that? What do you think of that couch? Is that beautiful? You like those, Dave? The Canadian house hippo. I'm going to have to look. I know. Sonia, you like that couch? Are you serious? That is ghastly. I would never have that print in my house. Not, Molly, not. Yes, somebody's on my side. Let's continue. How about this one? Isn't that sexy? Look at that beautiful trophy from the past. I mean, that even matches vomit. Look at that. The barf emojis. Not my cup of tea. What a beautiful couch, baby. How'd you like to make love on that one? Let's tour some homes. This house is in Colorado. When I took the kids on a field trip up to Genesee off I-70 in the foothills, that is called the UFO house. That was The Sleeper with Woody Allen. Anybody remember that movie? That house has sat vacant for years. I think it's finally lived in now. I put it on my front porch. Oh, that's the one you burn after you graduate from CU Boulder. Now look at this. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. Somebody actually had a shoe house. That is a trip. How about this? Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. I like that little pipe there. If you got a visitor you don't like, it would just go, go away. That'd be fun. Rough wool couch. Orange shaggy carpet. Wow, that sounds like something on Sesame Street. Yes. And it made the news this week in Washington because the guy that owns it is out of town and a bunch of teenagers are partying it, making noise and throwing litter everywhere, and the neighbors are getting sick of it. The shoe house had to be done. Knee burns. This is in Japan. This is the bidet house. That is a real house. That is a toilet in Japan. Frish and burn. Yeah, don't get naked on that couch. A toilet bowl house. Now, I like this house. This is the perfect house if you don't want neighbors. This is the perfect house if you don't want anybody to get to your house with the greatest of ease. And this really exists. Let's see how good you guys are on the internet. Where is the house? That is the most remote house in the world. Where is that? That's not AI. That is a real house on a very little island named the country. I wonder if they, yeah, if your guests are getting on your nerves, you just flush. Bye. Not Scotland, further north. Was it really used as, so uranium knows, that was a hunting lodge? No way. What is there to hunt right there? Not New Zealand. No, you got to go further north than Scotland. I live in the toilet. Would you like to visit me in my loo? My loo? Yeah, it's my house. Iceland, thank you very much. Nope, Falklands or what, off South America somewhere? Nope, that is Iceland. That is cool. If I had internet, which I doubt they do, and I had supplies, it couldn't be any worse than being in Augusta with people. There'd be nobody. I wonder how I would do. As long as I had an internet connection, could talk to you guys. What'd you do today, Mike? Where'd you go? Not very far. No, that's not Antarctica. It's not Norway. Really, Ida? How many of you guys have seen that picture? You know what, Dave? I have asked the same question. Greenland is not green. Iceland is not ice. So you guys are familiar with it. I did not know that was a hunting house. Oh, can you imagine the fish? Do they really uranium? Now that's interesting. I just want to party with you. All right, Sonia, with a name like that, we can do that, but I don't party. But we'll have fun. Imagine me and you trapped on an island like that. Let's just say nothing productive is going to get done. Isolation is also very peaceful. Wonder what kind of fish you'd catch off the ocean right there. I've heard of 94 miles from the nearest city. So, do they helicopter in or boat in? How do they get the material out there, man? Now that it costs some money because there's no trees. I mean, they had to haul the material in to build it. Seagulls will eat a bunny rabbit. Will they kill it or just eat it when it's been killed? Oh, that's the Sentinel Islands. You're not allowed to go there. That's not India, but it's part of India territory. Houseboat. Oh, that's funny, Ida. That is funny. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire inside is delightful. Look, I want to give you perspective, man. Where is it? Do I have it or I delete it? Don't tell me I deleted it. I guess I deleted it. I was going to show you that picture of me in the backyard with snow. But hey, as the next contestant, if you guess the price is right, you can win a brand new sofa, just like Grandma used to have. Now, to be fair, those were comfortable, but they were ugly. Squirrel dumplings. Sonia, are you male or female? This island will do, and we're taking the couch. There's only one way I'd have that couch. The woman was beautiful, and she was in love with me and insisted that that's what we're going to make love on. I'd say, well, I'll be looking at you, not the couch. Fair enough. Let's go. Good way to christen an ugly couch. Dave has got puke face. Dance. I never liked that print. A brand new sofa, yeah. That's right, folks. That puke brown plaid whatever print. The kind you see at Cracker Barrel. Does this couch make me look fat? That's messed up. If you're feeling kind of queasy, we'll just be easy and slide on this one. There you go. A pickle green couch. Whee! Is it Vlasic? Is it Clausen? Is it a Minnesota pickle? What is it? Yes. But did you know the Asian women had a cover over the sofa forever? A plastic cover. Hi, Catherine. Hey, a Minnesota pickle's the best one, I've been told. But I never did have lutefisk, and I don't want to start. Time for a ginger chew. That's nacho cows like nacho cheese. The 70s and the early 80s were ghastly when it came to furniture. I still want this. That, the way the light comes in there. And I'd love it if that overlooked the ocean. Man, would that be cool. The captain is in. Thank you, Catherine, and I'm all right. We're having fun on Friday. That's a Slimer Ghostbusters couch. Radioactive. I missed that smell that was in everyone's grandparents' cars. Remember grumpy old men? That guy threw a dead fish in the guy's scout, and he's driving and he keeps looking over and sniffing like... You remember the old army blankets that were woolly? They were white with a red and a green and a yellow stripe on them. Remember those? Man, when I was a kid and you got a motel, and if it had two beds, they'd break out a cot. Anybody ever sleep on a dang cot? The most uncomfortable things in the world. Here, Michael, you can sleep on the cot. Oh, yay. Fun. Did you ever see 1 foot in the grave? I never saw that. I see people every day that got 1 foot on the grave, 1 foot in the grave, and 1 foot on a banana peel. $1 million, Oscar. That's funny. That's right, Vanna. Show them that brand new couch. That's right, folks. With rich tapestry embroidery, this is sure to please your friends and company. This couch comes with a matching sectional and a lazy boy recliner. If you guess the price is right. It even comes with a swag lamp that looks like somebody threw up on it with buttons, nickels, and dimes and spitballs, and when you turn it on, it spins. Oh my gosh. Swag lamps! Gack! It comes with the ghost of Aunt Mary. No, it's got a built-in speaker with Grandma saying, "Get your feet off of the sofa. Don't eat on the sofa. You cannot sleep on the couch." My nickname out here is Shaggy. They called me that in transportation. Some of them still say me, "Hey, Shaggy, what's going on?" I just say, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. All wrong on purpose. Victor Meldrew. I never heard of that, Tans. Dave. This is going to be the new upholstery in your restored Pinot. Look at that luxurious back seat in this all new Pinot. You pick up your date in 2026. Um, yeah, Brett, nice car. What's with the back seat? Oh my gosh. Scooby Snacks. The moment you buy a shoot, go buy a pinto, grow a mullet, get a boom box, pull deep into the hood, and look at everybody and say, could you tell me how to get to Albuquerque? And they're gonna look at each other and go, is this for real? You don't have to worry about anybody stealing the pinto. Nobody's gonna steal the pinto. Thank you, Oscar. Well, sometimes I get pretty intense, but I thought let's have fun tonight. Uber and a pinto. Oh my gosh. You pull up and pick up this executive. You call for Uber? Yeah, you responded to my app. What the hell is this? It's a Ford Pinto. Man, I'm not riding in that thing. You want to get to the airport, right? Yeah. Well, why don't you trust me on this one? He get in and goes, the hell, bucket seats? That'd be awesome. It's got a blown 350 with headers on it. Oh, that'd be fun. And when he gets in, the music's playing. Wouldn't you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Well, thank you, Tans. Thank you. This channel, there is a season for serious, a season for laughter, a season for flirting, and a season for everything in between. Is that a blouse? No, it's a shirt. You remember when guys used to wear half shirts in the 80s? Well, you got MAGA, but I'm bringing the 80s BAGA. That's what I am. I'll climb in the trunk. Yeah, but Dave, that doesn't have the emergency release like the new ones do, so then you'd be stuck. A taxi. Sir Jiggy, you want me to wear a blouse? Do you really want me to wear a blouse? Hi, Princess Brandy Candy. Ooh, she gave me a blue light, blue heart special. Attention, Kmart shoppers. Brandy has just entered the store, but she is not for sale. That is for the store manager, Mikey. Please enjoy her as she walks by. Yes. Fishnet. I don't have fishnet. Hold on. Now you guys are going to make me get into trouble. Hold on, I got to put on my foo-foo. We'll have to wear my... Wait a minute. Hold on. You guys are going to love. We're going to switch the scene to the other couch. And this thing would look really good on that couch. Oh my gosh. All right, folks. Isn't that beautiful? Wait, we got to put the couch that goes with this. There we go. Look, I fit right in. Look at that. Look at that color complement. that awesome? I've seen couches made out of this stuff. Floral couches. Woo, baby. I knew it. You're going to put some Silence of the Clams. Oh, curtains, yes. Wouldn't that be funny? It's called being frugal. I mean, that's thrifty, man. You get your couch like this, you get your curtains like this, and you go out for dinner like this. I mean, that's one-stop shop, folks. You can have a tablecloth look like this in the napkins. Shower curtains. Man, the sky's the limit. Your pillowcase, your underwear. You can even have shoes with the floral print. Princess. Looking like Magnum PI. I don't know about Magnum PI. What would be fun is put wheels under that couch and an engine in it and surprise everybody. Oh, you guys are fun. Sometimes we have to laugh. This world is so freaking crazy. We just got to laugh. That's all there is to it. How many of you thought I was going to go put this on? Those of you that have seen this before, how many thought he's going to go get that robe? We can all swap. Will you come over here and make me window dressings? And make me a long skirt so that when I sit down, I don't have to worry about stuff showing. Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh my gosh, Robin Williams. I'm scared. No, you're not, sir. You egged it on. Jiggy, you're responsible. You are 100% to blame for this. My fabric is flammable. Everything's flammable. I'm flammable. Have you ever heard me on my lives? We light it up. Young Betty White. Today we're going to learn about Miss Manners class. Cooking with Betty. Yeah, you know, that's sad. Robin Williams, he made me laugh. Very good actor. Flammable or flamboyant. Hi, Thomas. This place is lit. Hey, Gerald, how are you? Gerald's from Colorado. Mrs. Doubtfire, flambe. Yeah, so you bring your dinner and the dang meat's on fire. That's good, Gerald. We're having fun. We're talking about ugly couch contest. What do you think of that, Gerald? Isn't that beautiful? Gerald, would you go out and buy something like that? That's just wrong. Now that goes in the burn barrel. That would be in the burn barrel. That 70s show couch in the back. That is one ugly couch. Hey, Gerald, how about this? We were thinking of doing the back seat of a Pinto in this. Show off to the girls with that one. That is so gaudy. Those little buttonholes, and they actually had a button in the center of them in the crevice. Why? Who came up with that? I bet you there were kids that had nightmares when they had to sit on that thing. I will not buy it. That's it. I'm going to find more. We'll have fun with this. I like bringing pictures to the chat because it just enhances things. Ew. Yes, I was talking about that, Mike. The Asian women would cover the couch, and some of the white women, they put the plastic cover on. They didn't want ever any of the couch getting. They treated it like it was going to last 100 years. And doing Uber, one of the pillows has stains. The Italians, more buttonholes. Gerald, no, I was joking. I was trying to tell everybody. Somebody said, "Are you wearing a blouse?" I said, "No," so I went and changed. I said, "Well, I should at least try to match the furniture I'm advertising." This is a woman's robe, or I could call it a kimono. It's my karate gi. Ashtrays in cars. Oh my gosh. That is funny. Gerald, we were just having fun because no, do not go under the cushions in those old couches. You don't know what's under there. Might be French fries. My sister used to shove her French fries in between the car seat. Then you wonder why it stunk. My sister would not eat her food, so she'd dispose of it under the table at the restaurant. She'd throw it under her bed when she was locked in her room like I was, or she'd slip it in the seat crack in the car. And a candy money, yeah, and the fuzzy sucker with all the lint stuck to it. Somebody chewed and a rake handle. Hey, I rented an apartment in Duluth that had a shag rug. And when I moved in, there was a plastic rake in the closet. I said, "What is this for?" My friend said, "It's a shag carpet rake." I said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, you have to rake it after you vacuum." Oh, the living rooms were nasty. The coffee tables were ugly. The end tables were ugly. The lamps were hideous. Now, I like the beads. I will say that. I'd like to get that for one of my open face closets. The old hippie beads. Guy had one at the flea market. He wanted $85 for it. And it was worth it, but I was too cheap to buy it. It finally sold. I know. French fried taters. Lava lamps. Oh my gosh, yes. But do you recall the most famous scandal of all? I mean, the most famous scandal that got us kids every time. What were the 70s without those? You know, I was angry that they did not look like that. They did not have faces and little crowns like that. Lipstick. Wearing lipstick in the water. With hair. Okay. What a lie. Now, when I was in the Philippines in 2018, the family I stayed with, they made a window with cowrie shells on strings. You know, so far, that was really cool looking. Yeah. Hi, Heather. How are you? You missed it, Heather. We were talking about ugly couches. And man, I'm telling you, this was the beauty of buttes back in the day. Look at that, Heather. Would you run out and buy that couch? Is that awesome or what? Look at that butte from the 70s. And I decided to wear my clothing that matches that. You can even buy a couch in this print. Isn't that fun? How about this one, Heather? You missed out, so I got to bring you up to speed. We're thinking of buying an old Pinto and doing the back seat in that motif. pull up in a classic muscle car and the whole interior looks like that. The front seats, the back seat. All the guys are like, dude, nice car. Can I see inside? Oh man, what did you do to the inside of this thing? Yeah, that is a couch with buttons in the holes. Is that where they came up with the term butthole? I guess. Those colors were awesome. Yeah, but would you want that couch, Heather? That is like, that thing's good for the dog to sleep on, but not people. Yeah, we're gonna start a new Uber service with Pintos, Priuses, and AMC Gremlins and Pacers. We're gonna use Pacers in the hottest states. No tinting. Pick up a business of Exactwho, typed in your thing, and you pull up in that, and it's like a solarium. Sir, I'm looking for Uber. What are you doing here? I am your Uber. This? Yes, this. I bet we could do well. You could reupholster it. That's pretty expensive, though. So, Heather, this is the kind of room I want. This is my dream. Not this one. Wrong one. This one. If I had money, I want a master bedroom like a pirate ship. You can't see behind that man sitting there. There's a huge built-in bed with the tapestries that tie up and open. Beautiful bed, built-in bookcase with the sailing ship model at the top. And I love those windows and the draperies. That is so pirate. That is so pirate. Gerald, how's the weather out there? Nautical, yes. Wearing this, wearing only this. Tans, what are you wearing? Oh, Heather, I would love that room. I'm sorry, but a place is everything. How do you do pirate chat? Ah, you scallywags, swab the decks. Yes, I love that. I like purple tapestry. I do not like vinyl curtains. Our matey. Did Gerald leave already? Was that picture I saw on the internet was the inspiration for the house that I and the ladies had built and designed in Casiguran in the Philippines. We're at the top of a mountain, and out those windows you had the land, but you could look down and see the sound way below. We were never in danger of typhoons. We were high enough up, but you could see the ocean. It was awesome. A one-liner, which one? You know, Heather, I've heard of that. Remember when they had corkboard squares? Oh my gosh, I would definitely, that cuts down noise like you would not believe. I don't even know if you can get that anymore. The next song that stays number one on the charts. Really? Hey, Mob, I didn't even know you were here. Who left a naughty message? We haven't had one person. Cork board, those 12 by 12 squares that you can use a mastic and stick to the walls. Oh, got you. How are you, Mob? Good to see you. Heather, that'd be cool. Remember that 70s show? Yes, the house that I took care of in Colorado. You walked in the front entry and the whole wall was mirrors. Oh, you're in Columbus today. All right. How long is it a drive from where you're at? They had him over the bed. Okay, we all got a little narcissism, but I'm not going to lay in the bed and go, "Hi, Michael." That's weird. Remember when they used to put that, not texture? Remember in the 70s, they sprayed that popcorn all over the ceiling? We kids found out if you stood on the bed, you could scratch it off and make a mess everywhere. I hated that stuff. Cannot paint that with a brush or a roller. What a mess. I hated those ceilings. So stupid. Now mine's texture. Looks like somebody took a sponge and went. I just take a trowel that wide and I swoosh. And then I cut off the mountains. Oh, yeah. You talk about a mess. It's a major mess. I remember my sister and her friend were at Mammoth View Villas, the condos, and they had a game room. It had one of those ceilings, and they kept taking the Q-tips and ramming it up into the ceiling, and it rained all over the pool table, and they got caught. And the condo manager came down and had a stern talk with my mother, and my sister got her butt tore up. Thank you, Barlow. I was putting it on because we were showcasing these ugly couches from the bygone era. That looks like the kind of couch they would throw in a hunter's shack. Oh, I bet uranium. This stuff is nasty. This house had asbestos tiles over the clapboard. That was a great idea until you got to remove them. People were too lazy to strip the siding, so they just put stuff over it. They'd put the asbestos. Then they put the asphalt shingles over that. What a mess. Velvet flocked wallpaper. Oh, I forgot about that. Velvet flocked. Oh my gosh, I forgot. That stuff was hideous, and it was green and white with paisleys. Ah, double wretch. Velvet flocked wallpaper. Wow. 300 bucks. That's too much. Man, I remember when I was in high school, you'd go to Starvation Army and buy a $50 couch. It wasn't all ratted out. I bought a long rectangle one with a low back. It was cool. I had it in my first place I rented. Flocked. Whose idea was it to put shag carpet in the bathroom? Around the toilet. Okay, I work on stuff. That was dumb. One toilet overflow and the carpet's finished. Gross. Yeah. What? And they did that in the 70s. And then grandma put the fur-lined toilet seat and the fur over the toilet seat lid and the fur all around the tank. You go in the bathroom, you're like, man, this is not macho. Yeah, the whole toilet was covered up in jammies. And then he got the same cover over the tissue box and the soap dispenser. And it smells like mildew in there. Gee, I wonder why. Wet carpet, wet fabric every time you take a shower. All that moisture gets in there. You go to pull up the carpet, there's black mold all oozing everywhere. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Carpet in the kitchen is another double whammy. Why? Don't drop something off the stove. See, if I had money, I want a tapered floor in the bathroom and in the kitchen with a pressure washer sprayer head with scalding hot water so you can wash the floor and all goes down a central drain with a grate. That would be awesome. Cockroaches. Oh. We got them all over down here so they could sweep everything. Ida. Do you remember the carpet sweeper? Gay. Did they even work? Did they even work? Or was it psychosomatic? We had a Hoover, that sucked. Being a vacuum would suck. Yeah. Shag unthreads itself and gets stuck around the roller. I remember the Hoover uprights. You stuck up a piece of string and it knocked the belt off the thing. Turn it off, open the thing, pull the roller out, pick all the rubber bands and hair ties and stuff that you didn't see that got sucked in there. I have to admit, I like the clear vacuum so I can see the crap you're sucking up. It's like a science lab, man. Wow, all that came off by 2 area rugs? Wow. Shag carpet in the bathroom. And it was usually, in fact, the shag carpet only came in 2 colors, by the way. Orange or that, right there. You can go home in your AMC Pacer, Hornet, or Gremlin, or your Pinto. Open the front door, and it smells like the 70s. And all that damn polyester. Woo, baby. BO had to smell really bad back then. Y'all want to tell me what it is about polyester that when you simply sweat, I mean sweat, you haven't been out there all day for bacteria to start eating on it. Why does your sweat make that fabric stink so bad? Anybody got any ideas on that? And you're seeing cotton disappear. Poly and ester. They weren't a good marriage. Big block Chevy and an AMC Pacer, and that'd be funny. Straight pipe, dual exhaust, positive track. You know what they're doing now? They're going to outlaw it. You know it's coming. I'm seeing cars now that got eyes like cars in the windshield that light up. And they're doing it in Europe. You know that Luna Orbit song? All around the mountain. Bang, bang. That one that they did all the shorts. They're showing these Scania trucks in Europe. They got eyes on the windshield. The windshield lights up. I mean, they're cool, but I'm like, does that interfere with you being able to see out the windshield? Yep, it was the fishbowl. Cooks up plastic wrap. Man, I saw a video once where two lovely women were wrapping each other in saran wrap. In fact, they were both topless and they were hugging each other, and somebody went around them with saran wrap. And I'm like, oh, now that looks like fun. Sheesh. What people do for tricks. Oh, gosh. Penny, that's funny. My sister was all in the Scott bio. I used to give her such a hard time about that. And she was all into Joan Jett. And I gave her so much crap. I said, Joan Jett sucks. Joan Jett was like the first rebel rock of women to me. I did have Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. I had the LP. I had ELO, the double album set with the UFO on it. Alan Parsons, Saturday Night Fever. Oh my gosh, I had to have Saturday Night Fever. Man, I remember corduroy pants, Mob. That's all we wore as kids. In fact, they had shoes called, Wallabies. When I was a kid, we had Wallaby shoes. Anybody remember those? They were like tan and they were called Wallabies. And cords. Well, we call them cords for short. Corduroy pants. And when you walk, they go. Bell bottoms. Yep. Scania's got some cool trucks. I'd like to see them head over this way. I would love to drive a Scania. I love their cab over trucks. They're nice. They got women driving them now. They're not shifting like they used to. They've all become easy to drive. I remember when vans first came out. The problem with vans, there's zero support in the shoe. They're literally just a slip-on and there's no support of the arch. I can't wear them. I absolutely, Vans are cute. They make the coolest shoes, but I cannot wear them. They're totally uncomfortable. What are Pepsi shoes? Oh, you mean the print? Pro Kids. Converse, really? See, when I was in high school, I ran cross country and track. So I got the Nike Pegasus. That was the first generation of the Air thing inside. Now, those were great. But I'm going to tell you something. I ran my best race ever in a pair of Payless shoes, cheapos. My friends were like, Mike, you got those at Payless. I said, watch me beat you all. Mike, those shoes are crap. Watch me beat you all. They didn't give me wings, but I had the Nike Pegasus. I won't even buy Nike now. The only way I buy them is if they were on a clearance and on sale. They're ridiculous. I don't pay $100 for shoes. I don't. It's not worth it. You know, back in the day, they had something called a cobbler, and it wasn't peach. They actually made shoes, and they measured the curvature of your foot, and they made shoes back in the day. Plantar fasciitis and foot problems have increased because of mass manufacturing and crappy shoes. Yes, hush puppies. Do they still make those anymore? Yeah, the cobbler. They would hand make shoes that custom fit you. Oh, gosh. You go to the Philippines, the ladies call them slipper. Mike, you're going to get a slipper. Slipper? They call these a slipper. Flip-flops, man. Tans! French rolled our jeans, yep. Shoot, we used to do the edges of our shirt and think we were all bad, man. Walk around like the Fonns. I know. James Dean. I know, I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're better. Penny, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a minute, Penny. And you know, they're trying to take the Penny out of production. Come here, Penny. I better hold on to you. They can't take you out of production. Can't do it. I won't allow for that. Is anybody going to miss the Penny? Did they really? Yes, I remember when they used to do that, Dave. Oh, Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. I remember when I was a kid, you could still find wheat pennies. My cousin collected coins and he had a rare iron penny. I wonder what that thing is worth now. If he even still has it. I used to collect postage stamps, but I never really stayed locked into any one thing. What I always was interested in was trucks. And then, when I was older, I got into ships. Ships was definitely my thing. Now let's see, we're going to change it up. See, I like to do things. I like the Tarzan and Jane look. People are like, why are you wearing a sock around your... It's not a sock. This is the bottom of a shirt that I cut off this morning. I did a bad job on that. People say you dress like a girl. This is a man's shirt, so it's not feminine. I just have that Mowgli thing going on. Hey, thanks, SG. We just try to have fun. Penny, I'm so glad you're here. Really, Mom? So they still have a cobbler down there? Yeah, I can't wear Crocs. I don't even try. I can tell by looking at them, they're flat. That's why people got foot problems. There is an arch to your foot. And the best way I can describe it, okay, if you look at a truck, if you look at a pickup truck or a big tractor trailer, there's leaf springs. Cars used to have them. They don't even have them anymore. And the leaf spring's shaped like a U. Your foot is like an upside down leaf spring, and it takes impact. You wearing flat shoes, it's stressing that. The arch support keeps the spring from overextending. That I have plantar fasciitis because of wearing crappy shoes. Sometimes the cheaper shoes at Walmart, if you try them on, got more support than the expensive ones. You can buy these Nikes for $600. Doesn't mean they have support. I wear sandals in the house because I have cement floors. I'm not keen on walking around on that. Mom, you were here. I don't have any carpeting. I just got 2 area rugs in my room. Just some rectangle ones that I bought at Walmart. Old shoes, yes. Mom, I didn't know they still had a cobbler down there. That's cool. Yeah, I cannot walk around on flat surfaces barefoot. Now, I love to go to the beach and take off my shoes. Yeah, Mom, same here. I can't stand on flat surface with no shoes. Now, I can go to the beach. It's the nice thing about sand is it fits your foot shape. Oh, I love the feel of sand under my feet. Oh, I just like to squishy my toes down in it. That just feels so good on my footsies. It's like a what do they call that? What do they call that when you get your feet all taken care of? What do they call that? I just said it last night. I forgot. What is it called? Pedicure. Kind of like that. Hi, Pond. I do not like. I want to be on the beach so bad. Cold grass, yes. Pedicure, yes. Oh, I'd love to have my footies rubbed. You know, some people have foot fetishes. Foot fetishes. They like licking toes and touching feet. And, well, that's not been one of mine. Now, I've dated some beautiful women that had pretty feet and I'd massage them, but I'm not sucking and licking their toes. I hate people touching my feet. I am not going to suck toes. And if any woman says, if you love me, you would, I'd say, no. There's some things that don't need to be licked or tasted. Salt. Now, how would you know they're salty, Penny? Did you lick somebody's feet? Mom just put his foot in the air. Feet are off limits. Hi, Seth. Hey, Pond, how are you? I didn't even see you sneak in earlier until just a bit ago. Your cover up? What do you mean your cover? I'm lost. Licked? How did I say licked? There's that gross song called Lick It. That's nasty. Oh, that's right. So what did you end up getting? Am I allowed to share this with the room, Pond? Can I tell them? Because I think it's a good thing. Do I have permission to tell them? She had a Lucifer tattoo. Today she got it covered up. I support that. Nice job. You don't need no devil on you. So what did they do with it? How'd they cover it up? Did they make it pretty? Oh, Ida, that sounds awesome. It's a dinosaur. You didn't make a Barney, did you? We all need to learn to get along, everybody. Oh my gosh, that was such a creepy thing. I freaked out the kids on the bus years ago. Somebody was arguing. I said, all right, kids. And I pulled that. We all need to learn to get along. No, bus driver, that's creepy. Sounds like Barney. No, we'll stop. Oh, that worked. So if they acted up, I started talking to Barney. They'd straighten up right now. Really? That's cool, Pon. Is there color to it, or did you just do a black one? Pon, I'm glad. I forgot you were going today. I had called you on my lunch, and you told me you were doing that. Pon, you've come around, and I'm proud of you, man. You're awesome. All right, you need to send a picture to my text so I can see it. A velociraptor. Aren't those the vicious ones? I'm teasing you. You should have got a big, beautiful butterfly. See, guys, we had fun tonight. Tell me you didn't have fun in here tonight. You got to see me burn barrel. You got to see the sun go down in Georgia. We had fun. And let's show them. You guess the price is right. You could win a brand new sofa. That's right. Thank you, Paul. The ones before the Velociraptor. I'll have to see a picture. Yes, I'm glad you came, Heather. I like the channel when I'm spontaneous because life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're going to pick. Good old Forrest Gump, man. Oh, we had fun. I could imagine Tan's falling out of her chair. Tan's got a new sofa today. Tans, tell him what you told me. She got an incredible couch from a rather prestigious place in England there and got a heck of a deal on this thing. You got to send me a picture, Tans. I have a feeling she's going to christen it tonight and just... She'll sleep sounder than she's ever... The lazy boy. You know what? I'll tell you what. Even though they're ugly, they do work. I mean, you pop that handle and you're like... The lazy boy. What a name, man. That is truly an American icon. Well, if she sends me a picture and she's okay with it, I can put it in the room. Hey, Mom, thanks for coming in. And thank you. I appreciate that. Say hi to Nene and Sandman for me too, please. Have a good night. Hi, Terry. Ida, we love you, man. Come on, get happy. What TV show, folks? Mom, you take care. You too, Molly. Molly's leaving the house. No. Nobody got it. Come on, get happy. What TV show was that? A hint. Mama drove a bus. Hi, Ida. Nobody knows. Let's see who the first one to get it. Yes! Ida, the Partridge Family. Well done. No, Terry, it was Partridge Family. That was a good show. That was a good show. And I hate to say it, but I'm fading. The couch made me tired just looking at it. That is one ugly couch, but those were the best ones to sleep on. You put your head on the side rest, you put your feet over the other side rest, and you're done. Washed up beach whale. Is it always sunny in Philadelphia? I've never been there, so I don't know. Not at night. You know, Chinese proverbs say, he who stand on toilet is high on pot. He also say, he who fart in church sit in own pew. So never forget that. Important stuff. No, they don't. But no offense. I'm glad they're not making that anymore. That's ugly color. It was comfortable, but the print is horrible. You too, Heather, and thank you for coming. You too, Penny, thanks for coming in. Shoot, for some people, coming here is like DoorDash. They just dash in and dash out. Some come and stay and sit in the living room for a while. I love it. I should have a doorbell. Ding dong. They just installed a new system in our warehouse, and now when it's break, it literally sounds like a loud doorbell. I was eating in one of the other warehouses. I'm in there trying to pull apart before lunch, and I got it and grabbed the door, and I hear bing bong. I'm like, break time. And now everybody's yelling, get the door, go into the door. Shh, whatever. Bing dong. That's funny. All right, good night, everybody. Have a good evening, near and far. Oh gosh, Finch, I just read that's nasty. You're not supposed to scratch there. I gotta go. You guys have a good one. Be safe. Yes, well, it's still warm out there, towns. This is Georgia. Hot child in the city. Ugh. I don't want summer to come this early. Pond, have a good one. Glad you got that covered up, man. All right, see y'all. Be safe.